Greetings. We are excited to introduce our online e-courses, designed to teach entrepreneurial skills to handcraft women as part of the KA 220 Project UGO. We are a team of 5 organizations, including Ageria Desarrollo Social, Impact Circles, Aquilia, Effectus Group, and MB International, working towards empowering women in the craft industry. This e-course is a part of Module 2. This unit is about the role of women in the craft sector. Thank you for joining us in this exciting journey. Module 2 E-Commerce. Unit 3 Women in the Craft Sector. Topic 1 Historical Overview. Women have played a vital role in preserving traditional crafts and passing them on from generation to generation. The craft sector has been an essential part of human culture for thousands of years, and women have been at the forefront of this sector, playing a vital role in preserving cultural heritage, promoting sustainability, and generating income. In this module, we'll explore the historical significance of women in the craft sector, their contributions to cultural heritage and economic development, and how we can empower and support women in this vital sector. In many cultures, women were responsible for making clothes, household items, and decorative objects, using local materials and techniques passed down from their mothers and grandmothers. These crafts were not only functional but also carried symbolic and cultural meanings, representing family, identity, and social status. Very ancient example of women in handcrafts are the Navajo weavers in the United States or the Kuna women in Panama. Topic 1.2 The Navajo weavers. The Navajo weavers are indigenous people who live in the southwestern United States, primarily in Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. The Navajo women have a long history of weaving, dating back at least 300 years. In the 19th century, Navajo weavers began to incorporate commercial wool yarn into their traditional weaving techniques, creating distinctive designs and patterns. The Navajo weavers are known for their complex and intricate designs, which often include symbols and images that represent their culture and spiritual beliefs. Today, Navajo weaving is a vital part of Navajo culture and a significant source of income for Navajo communities. The Kuna women in Panama are indigenous people who live in the San Blas Islands off the coast of Panama. The Kuna have a long history of textile arts, including embroidery and applique. Kuna women traditionally wear malas, a type of blouse made from several layers of brightly colored fabric that are sewn together and then cut and appliqued into intricate designs. The designs often include images of animals, plants, and geometric shapes that represent Kuna mythology and beliefs. Kuna women also make other textiles, such as hammocks and bags, which are sold to tourists, and provide a significant source of income for Kuna families. In the 20th century, women began to enter the fields of art and design, using new materials, technologies, and aesthetics to create innovative and impactful works. Women designers such as Ray Eames, Charlotte Perriand, and Zaha Hadid have left a lasting legacy in architecture, furniture, and fashion design. An example of contemporary women designers in the craft sector are Tanya Akiniga, who uses traditional weaving techniques to create modern furniture, and Ilsa Crawford, who emphasizes sustainability and social impact in her design practice. Topic 1.4 Tanya Akiniga. Tanya Akiniga is a Mexican-American artist and designer who has gained recognition for her work in the contemporary art and design worlds. She is known for her innovative use of textiles and fibers in her artwork and furniture design. Akiniga often incorporates traditional techniques such as weaving, knitting, and felting into her work, creating pieces that are both functional and visually striking. Her focus on working with textiles reflects her personal connection to her Mexican heritage and her interest in exploring themes of identity, migration, and belonging. One of Akiniga's most significant projects is her ongoing series of performance craft events, in which she sets up a mobile craft studio in public spaces and invites participants to join her in creating textile-based artworks. These events often involve members of immigrant communities or other marginalized groups, providing them with a space to express themselves creatively and connect with others. Akiniga sees her work as a way to build community and empower individuals to take control of their own narratives. The events also challenge traditional notions of art making, as they emphasize the process of creation and the collective experience of making art rather than the final product. Akiniga's work has been exhibited in museums and galleries around the world, including the Museum of Contemporary Art San Diego, the Museum of Arts and Design in New York City, and the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. Her work has also been featured in numerous publications, including the New York Times, Los Angeles Times, and Artforum. Oginiga has received numerous awards and grants for her work, including a United States Artists Fellowship and a Creative Capital grant. Overall, Tanya Oginiga's work in the craft sector is significant for its use of traditional techniques to address contemporary social and political issues. Her focus on community building and empowering marginalized groups through art and design reflects a larger trend in the craft sector of using craft as a means of social and cultural activism. Oginiga's work challenges traditional notions of art making and demonstrates the potential of craft to serve as a tool for building connections, fostering dialogue, and creating social change. Topic 1.5 Ilse Crawford. Ilse Crawford is a highly respected designer and creative director, renowned for her work in the fields of interior and product design. Born in Germany in 1962, Crawford studied at the School of Art and Design in Basel, Switzerland, before moving to the UK to obtain a degree in history from the University of Sussex. Crawford's career began as a journalist, writing for a variety of publications including the Sunday Times, House and Garden, and Elle Decoration. It was during this time that she developed an interest in design, and she later became the founding editor of Elle Decoration UK. Her experience in journalism gave her a unique perspective on the design industry, which would later inform her approach to design. Crawford's work is known for its focus on creating environments and products that are both functional and emotionally engaging. She has a deep understanding of the role that design can play in shaping people's experiences and emotions, and her work is often described as humanistic and empathetic. Crawford's approach to design emphasizes the importance of creating spaces and products that respond to the needs and desires of the people who use them. In 2001, Crawford founded Studio Isles, a multidisciplinary design studio based in London. The studio's work spans a variety of design disciplines, including interior design, product design, and branding. Crawford's vision for the studio was to create spaces and products that promote well-being and emotional connection, as she believes that design can have a profound impact on people's lives. Ilse Crawford's work in the design sector is significant for its focus on creating spaces and products that are not only beautiful, but that also promote emotional connection and well-being. Her work demonstrates the potential of design to have a positive impact on people's lives and to contribute to a more humanistic and empathetic approach to the built environment. Topic 2: Economic and cultural impact. Throughout history, women have been the primary producers and sellers of crafts, creating income and employment opportunities for themselves and their communities. Today, the craft sector is a major contributor to local and global economies, generating billions of dollars in revenue and creating millions of jobs. Topic 2.1: Economic impact. The craft sector is a significant contributor to the global economy, with estimates suggesting that it is worth hundreds of billions of dollars annually. Women play a critical role in this sector, both as producers of crafts and as consumers. According to the United Nations, women make up the majority of the world's informal economy, and the craft sector is no exception. Women artisans and craftspeople are often responsible for the majority of production in this sector, especially in developing countries. In many cases, the income generated by women in the craft sector provides a vital source of financial support for their families and communities. This income can be especially important in areas where other economic opportunities are limited, such as rural or impoverished regions. Women in the craft sector often use their earnings to invest in education and healthcare for themselves and their families, as well as to support local businesses and community development projects. Despite the significant economic contributions of women in the craft sector, they continue to face a number of challenges, including unequal pay, lack of access to resources and training, and limited opportunities for advancement. Addressing these challenges and promoting the economic empowerment of women in the craft sector is crucial for creating more sustainable and equitable economic growth. By supporting women's entrepreneurship and promoting their access to markets, financing, and training, we can help to unlock the full economic potential of the craft sector and promote more inclusive and equitable economic development. Topic 2.2: Cultural impact. The craft sector has a long history of cultural significance, with crafts often being tied to specific cultural traditions and practices. Women have played a significant role in this history, with many cultural crafts being passed down from generation to generation through women's social and cultural networks. Women's contributions to the craft sector have helped to preserve and promote cultural traditions and practices, as well as to create new ones. Through their work as artisans and craftspeople, women have helped to create and maintain cultural heritage and identity, often by incorporating traditional techniques and materials into their work. In addition to their role in preserving cultural traditions, women in the craft sector have also been agents of cultural change and innovation. By adapting traditional crafts to new contexts and exploring new techniques and materials, women have helped to create new cultural expressions and identities. The cultural impact of women in the craft sector is not limited to their work as producers of crafts, however. Women are also significant consumers of crafts, and their purchasing decisions can have a significant impact on the cultural value and significance of crafts. By supporting women artisans and craftspeople and promoting the value of their work, we can help to ensure that cultural traditions and practices are preserved and celebrated for generations to come. Topic 3: Women in Sustainable Crafts. Women play a crucial role in sustainable crafts by incorporating sustainable practices into their work, promoting environmental awareness and conservation, and advocating for social and economic justice. Topic 3.1: How women support sustainable crafts. Using sustainable materials, women in sustainable crafts often prioritize the use of environmentally friendly and sustainable materials, such as natural fibers, recycled materials, and low-impact dyes. By using these materials, they reduce the environmental impact of their work and promote sustainable production practices. Promoting local economies, women in sustainable crafts often work with local materials and producers, promoting the growth of local economies and supporting small-scale producers. This approach helps to reduce the environmental impact of production and support sustainable economic development. Advocating for social justice, women in sustainable crafts often use their work as a platform for advocacy and activism, raising awareness about social and economic issues and advocating for justice and equity. This includes advocating for fair labor practices, promoting women's economic empowerment, and advocating for environmental conservation and protection. Fostering community, women in sustainable crafts often work in collective and cooperative settings, fostering a sense of community and promoting the sharing of skills and knowledge. This approach helps to build resilience and support sustainable practices. Topic 4: Challenges faced by women in the craft sector. Despite their important contributions to the craft sector, women face a number of challenges that can hinder their ability to succeed and thrive. These challenges are significant, but with support and advocacy, women in the craft sector can overcome them and achieve success and recognition for their important contributions to the cultural and economic landscape. Topic 4.1: Challenges faced by women in the craft sector. Gender bias and discrimination. Women in the craft sector often face gender bias and discrimination, which can limit their opportunities for employment, recognition, and advancement. This can include unequal pay, limited access to training and resources, and a lack of representation in leadership positions. Limited access to resources. Women in the craft sector often face limited access to resources such as funding, raw materials, and tools, which can hinder their ability to start and grow their businesses. This is especially true for women in developing countries and marginalized communities, who may face additional barriers to accessing these resources. Lack of visibility and recognition. Women's contributions to the craft sector are often undervalued and overlooked, with their work being seen as craft rather than fine art. This can limit their visibility and recognition, making it difficult for them to access markets and gain the recognition they deserve. Balancing work and family responsibilities. Many women in the craft sector face the challenge of balancing work and family responsibilities, which can limit their ability to dedicate time and resources to their craft. This can be especially challenging for women who live in rural areas or who lack access to affordable childcare and other support services. Limited market access. Women in the craft sector often face limited market access, with their products being undervalued or overlooked by larger retailers and markets. This can make it difficult for them to earn a living wage and grow their businesses. Topic 5: Women in craft leadership. Women are breaking barriers and transforming the sector by bringing new perspectives, advocating for social and environmental justice, and empowering women artisans. Women are playing a vital role in transforming the craft sector and promoting a more just, sustainable, and equitable world. Their contributions are helping to empower women artisans, promote innovation and collaboration, and create a more vibrant and diverse cultural landscape. Topic 5.1 How women contribute in craft leadership. Advocating for social and environmental justice, women in crafts leadership are using their platforms to raise awareness about social and environmental issues and advocate for change. This includes advocating for fair labor practices, promoting sustainable production practices, and advocating for the protection of natural resources and biodiversity. Empowering women artisans. Women in crafts leadership are working to empower women artisans by providing training, resources, and support to help them start and grow their businesses. This includes providing access to funding, tools, and materials, as well as training in business management and marketing. Promoting innovation and collaboration. Women in crafts leadership are promoting innovation and collaboration by bringing together artisans, designers, and other stakeholders to share skills and knowledge and create new products and designs. This approach helps to promote creativity and foster a sense of community and collaboration within the crafts sector. Advocating for women's rights and gender equality. Women in crafts leadership are advocating for women's rights and gender equality, working to eliminate gender-based discrimination and promote women's economic empowerment. This includes advocating for equal pay, promoting women's leadership and representation in the sector, and advocating for policies and programs that support women's economic and social empowerment. Transforming the sector. Women in crafts leadership are transforming the craft sector by challenging traditional notions of craft and promoting new approaches to production, design, and marketing. This includes incorporating new technologies and sustainable practices, promoting diversity and inclusion, and challenging gender stereotypes and biases within the sector. Thank you for watching our e-course on the topic of women in the craft sector. We appreciate your interest in expanding your knowledge in this area. If you are eager to dive deeper into this subject, we invite you to explore our additional resources.